Complex trauma is something that I expect a lot of people from the global majority experience, not just from everyday racism, microaggressions, but also from generational trauma. So then you're not safe growing up from both inside a household or outside a household, and it's something that really goes into your nervous system, and it doesn't allow you to relax ever, and it manifests in so many different ways. It's not something that I am qualified to explain or give advice on, but all I can say is that from my own lived experience of growing up in quite a volatile environment and moving about quite a lot, and struggling with building a safe identity or curating a safe environment for yourself, it's something that can make you angry, villainous, selfish, and it's not all the time. It comes out in different ways for different people, but it's also something that can make you an easy target. And one thing that's really prominent, at least for me, is the feeling of embarrassment and shame, because growing up in a family that is quite different from other families, not just in terms of culture, but to have family members that are more volatile than other people's family members can be quite an embarrassing thing. And it can mean that other people are not, that people don't want to relate to you as much, that they might see you as weird, that you might stand out for all the wrong reasons, that you might want to just hide instead of asking for help, and when you don't even know that you need to ask for help. And it alienates you because you might also yourself react in ways that alienate people. You might push people away by being angry, and so then they are less prone to want to help you. And so it's kind of it's a vicious cycle in terms of getting people help, basically getting children or teenagers growing up who need help, for them to get the help that they need. These are some of the barriers that can be there for them. And a lot of the times you might feel like you're messed up, you might feel like you're broken just for things that might make you an easy villain. And it is very important for people to take accountability, because just because you have been through a lot doesn't mean that your actions are not harmful. And when you have harmed people, there is a responsibility to take accountability and to get better, but also not talking about the shameful things that people do as a product of their environment. It also makes it harder to overcome behavioral patterns. But I also don't want to pathologize where it isn't my place to pathologize, and I also don't want to excuse behaviors because it's not excusable, because harm has to be acknowledged and harm has to be mitigated. But essentially, that's what this piece is about. We want to sort of shed light on some of the more shameful sides of recovery, and also just the lived experience of complex trauma. And I don't think it's enough to just call out the hypocrisy. I think it's also worth shedding light on the psychological and neurological need for a hierarchy, the safety that people get in social Darwinism, in the fear that people feel that drives them to want to conquer the world in an objective way, the need for standards, and how fearful, how scary it can feel to let those rules go and just accept yourself as you probably expect, accommodation during Fringe in Edinburgh is very expensive, and we are also trying to pay for props, venue hire, technician hire, and we also want to pay our other performers and our directors fairly. So that's the show. Rambling aside, we would really appreciate any bit of support that you can give our show. Every bit of support that you can give would be massively helpful in making the show a reality. We would like to help people feel less alone and get the show in front of people who might not have seen anything like it, who might feel like they are broken or messed up, who might get something from it one way or another. Thank you.